Back in the year of ye olde 2001, I was introduced to the Jumpstart franchise. I was quite an avid PC gamer at the age of 6, playing games from Humongous Entertainment's Backyard Sports to the likes of Nicktoons Racing. But Jumpstart came along and introduced me to an entirely new concept, educational gaming, and it was fun. In particular, the ones that I remember the fondest of are Jumpstart 2nd grade math, Jumpstart Adventures 3rd grade Mystery Mountain, and Jumpstart Adventures 4th grade Haunted Island. I was a little babby when these games came out, but they sure did hold up years later when I was old enough to actually play them. Out of all of these, I'd have to say that Mystery Mountain was my favorite. You, the player, are subjected to a mountain taken over by a scientist whose mission is to invent? Research? I'm not really sure. And his daughter, Polly, whose mission it is to make your life a living hell.
I am Android XL2, but you can call me Botley. That's what Professor Spark calls me. His daughter Polly calls me... well, never mind what Polly calls me. Oh, Snotley, you're back!
Polly, like her father, is incredibly intelligent. So intelligent that she got bored of school and decided to come up with her own answers on a test. This led to her getting a 0 on her exam, and as all little devil geniuses would, she alters history to make her answers correct. She sends robots back in time to change history, and we must collect all of them, all 25 of them. Only then can we make sure that our timeline isn't screwed up with.
I am the center of the universe. Yes, Polly, you're exactly right. The whole world revolves around you.
This. Yet another reason why time travel is a terrible idea. Tracking down these bots would be impossible on your own, so Polly decides to humor us and give us clues so we can actually have a shot at turning history back to normal. Isn't that counterintuitive of the whole point? Does she want us to collect all the robots? I guess she cares more about seeing our struggles. The hints are scattered throughout the professor's several rooms. The kitchen, the painting gallery, the biosphere, the observatory, and hints that, well, don't make sense until later on. Once you've completed all the educational minigames, you're able to head over to the time machine so you can use your hints. But before you can operate the time machine, you must win a quiz show.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids and robots of all ages, it's time to play Hollywood Squares.
After that, you're able to rescue the robot from the wrong time period and correct history. Now that you've saved the robot, you just need to save another 24. Okay, admittedly, the game is very repetitive. Sure, it mixes up different rooms that you have to go to, but you're gonna have to visit the same room several times over. One of the nice features, however, is that the game ramps up its difficulty as you progress. Or you can alter it yourself to be harder or easier. It's a nice feature for kids that are at different levels of ability, or maybe perform better at certain subjects than others. I think the game allows for a nice sense of progress. While the minigames revolve around learning mechanics, you don't really feel like it's becoming boring because of the learning process. Mostly. I'm not a fan of the observatory. I guess it's cool to learn about the constellations, but the voice is rather monotone, and you have to do a lot of trial and error in order to find the constellation that matches your clue.
Crux is so small that for centuries people thought it was nothing but the hind legs of the man-horse Centaurus.
In fact, a lot of the game feels rather slow, and it's full of unskippable dialogue. This didn't bother me as a kid, but now that I've grown used to skippable cutscenes in the vast majority of games, it's a real drag to sit through the instructions. The voice acting in these games are a really nice touch. Jeannie Elias and Tony Pope are the main voices behind this game. You may recognize Jeannie from a lot of minor roles in several shows or video games, voicing as Kaori from Naruto, Malaria from Billy and Mandy, or Princess Toadstool in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, to name a few. Tony Pope was the voice of the narrator from The Emperor's New Groove, and Car from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, what a predicament.
Very memorable role. All in all, Jumpstart 3rd grade might not hold up on its own as a masterpiece, but it did help transform to make educational gaming a lot more fun for children, and it really did the job of training different subjects outside of the classroom. If you head into the game, don't expect to be able to be entertained by it long. It's a fun game to play around in, and and the characters are fun to hang with, but at the end of the day, it's an educational game. It's meant to develop children's brains, and it gets that job done. Maybe if I have kids of my own, I'll have them play some of these games so they could enjoy them, just like I did.
And I especially don't want to subject them to what modern Jumpstart has become.
Oh god, Botley! What have they done to you?
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I know it's very different from the other stuff that I've been putting out for years, but I wanted to give it a go. This is more so kind of a reference to the style of videos that I've been watching lately. Big inspiration from Scott the Woz and Naked Jakey and a few others out there. I'm still kind of tweaking this and figuring out this formula for myself, so if you have any suggestions on how I can make these types of videos better or more engaging, please let me know. The Jumpstart series was a huge part of my childhood, and I'd love to talk more about awesome games or other forms of media that have influenced me in my life. So let me know what you think. Appreciate it. Love you. See you later.